Hey everyone, this year for the 2025-2026 athletics seasons, we decided to just send out an athletics orientation instead of having you all come into the building. So for middle school athletics, we have Mr. Cooper, who's the middle school athletic director,
Good afternoon.
and I am the varsity athletic director, Coach Woodson. And we're just going to get through these slides with you, and you can always email us if you have any questions. So as you can see, um, our varsity coaches, they pretty much stays the same. Let me go ahead and do this. All right, Coach O'Connor, Mr. Payne, Miss Rucker, me for basketball and golf, and Mr. Cooper for flag football. And in middle school,
Middle school, we got a lot of Coach O'Connor. He does cross country, volleyball, and basketball. And then we have Coach Omar come out for soccer, and then myself coaching flag football.
so our athletics philosophy at Noble Academy, it's has stayed the same for the past few years, but our focus is not on winning, but on the process of improving each other every day. And we value effort, perseverance, and resilience, and we celebrate progress no matter how small. So our philosophy is if we get better, then winning and that type of success will come along with it.
Our student athlete responsibility. Our expectations for our students are they're abiding by all our noble rules and expectations. So the way they conduct themselves in the classroom is the exact same way they conduct themselves on the field and in practices. One of our big issues here is with parents if a student is out sick or has any type of appointment that might cause them to miss a practice or a game, please communicate either email Andy or myself or one of the coaches. So that needs to happen.
All right, next we have eligibility. So the main thing that we run into with eligibility are leaving school for appointments or coming in late because of appointments. And in doing that, we know your kids are going to miss school every now and then. We miss work every now and then unexpectedly. So we do ask that the child is here for at least half the day. So if that means three classes out of the five that we have during the day, or getting here by a certain time, which marks half the day. We do like for the kids to be here at least half the day to be eligible. Now, if there is an approved instance for a reason for them being absent, that will be dismissed upon administrators and athletic directors' interpretation. So, dentist, funeral, other things that they cannot miss, but they still are able to compete that night, that will be approved. Just send us an email and communicate with us that way.
Um, Thank you guys so much for getting most of your physicals in, but everybody needs to get in the physical form, our code of conduct signed, and the concussion protocol. These things are available either in our front desk and attached to this email. So if you can get those things signed and back to us, we can get your athletes performing as soon as possible.
And another thing to remember with the not only do you need the physical to compete, but we also have the three attached documents like the Feller Waller concussion protocol and the code of conduct and the parent signature and the athlete signature. So just make sure you turn in all of those documents and not just the physical. Uh, oh,
Cancellation. So this year we have a mild fall so far. So if the luck continues, hopefully we won't have to cancel any cross country or soccer events. But if there is a day due to rain or anything, we will try to communicate that to you as early as possible. If it's a practice day, we're going to go into the why and continue to practice. But if it's a game day, we might have to cancel, and we'll try to get that communication out as soon as we can.
moving into transportation, so we know that transportation is going to come in many different ways, especially for a small school like ours. We might have to plan for different things, especially in middle school when we have 20 plus people on a team. And Mr. Cooper will go over that. But when it comes to varsity, we encounter kids wanting to drive. Hey, coach, our away game is right near my house. Can I drive to the game? And the answer is yes. A student athlete can drive themselves upon parent permission. So if let's say a senior gets permission to drive to a game, that needs to be in my email stating, hey, my child with the child's name can and does have permission. Now, if it is a year-long permission, if your student athlete has permission to drive to every game, just let me know at the beginning of the season.
And for middle school, last year we did a lot of like everybody sign on this paper. And this year we're going to change that up a little bit. There will be a middle school transportation form that will go out before every road game. And on that form, you need to let us know if you are picking up your child maybe after a game or maybe even transporting your kid to and from a game. But we're going to try to do that on the front end a lot more. And again, if you're coming to a game and you want to take your child after a game, we just need to have that form filled out so then we know exactly how many kids we're transporting back to school.
And just for all across the board, varsity and middle school, this making sure your coach knows when you're leaving. Just make sure someone knows where you're at and knows when you are exiting the building. In the middle school, the forms and everything, and especially in varsity, if we have a driver, we need to know when those students are leaving. That way we can communicate that with the parents if needed.
Walk into the Y. So for the high school, if you're over the age of 13, when you can get done with a practice or a game, and if a parent can't pick you up exactly at 4:30, middle school 4:15, you can go to the Y. You have to make sure a parent or a guardian has signed that permission slip. Middle school, normally that's reserved for eighth graders, but sometimes a seventh grader might be 13. As long as that information is filled out and communicated to the coaches, you should be good. If a child is returning a TKC, that also needs to be communicated so we can make sure that child is being taken there and not just hanging out by the rock waiting for a parent who can't get there until maybe 5:30.
All right, we have spectators. So, spectators, the rule of thumb is we're here for amateur competition, interscholastic, and our spectators are a big part of the reason we succeed, but also the reason spectators can always be an added stressor to the student athletes. And we just want to make sure that we're respectful, we're encouraging, even if a ref makes a bad call we still want to hold ourselves respectful and making sure our kids are put in a situation where they can do their best. And so, obviously, like it's written in our handbook. If you need to go look at our handbook, you are free to do so. Our spectators who behave inappropriately will be subject to sanctions by the school administrators. We have not and will hopefully not have to encounter that in the future. Our 24-hour policy is just a give it. If you have a problem with a coach, the way a coach handled a situation, unless it is urgent, if it needs to be taken care of right then, obviously, if there's an emergency, take care of it. But if it's like a judgment call or the way something was handled, just give it 24 hours, let both parties cool down, and then we will handle it after both parties have gotten time to sleep on it and calm down.
Grade level classification. So here at Noble, varsity means high school. So ninth through 12th grade. In special circumstances, we might ask a middle schooler to play up on varsity. We normally reserve that for special situations, but it does happen.
All right, varsity letter jackets will be on sale like every year. So let us know if you would like that link.
Parent volunteers, with any sport, we're always open to volunteers. We need people to help with concessions, the gate, cross country supporters, football game, chain gang, and the scoreboard. So if you have any expertise in those or want to learn how to do those, please let us know.
All right, thanks for watching. See you guys. Email us.